reposted a video of me catching carp from last year, just the other day. This warm week we're having this week got me wanting to catch a couple more. I've only been to this pond once since I shot that last video last year. It's a place I work at from time to time, private property. I was working here a little bit of last week and again today. Decided to come back. Got my nymph rod, my backup nymph rod, one of my backup / loaner nymph rods. All my main rods are in my rod vaults, in my car. I'm at work in my truck. I just threw this bad boy in the truck. It's Max Catch nymph rod. It's a 10-foot 2-weight. It's a dang good rod for the price. I've landed big fish on it. I actually landed the biggest carp I've caught out of this pond on it. It's the In Touch 10-foot 2-weight Max Catch. Pretty good looking rod. Today I'm going to use this cool little 3D printed reel. Closed arbor, or closed, full cage, large arbor. Got it from a website, shipped out of Russia. I was a little nervous when I bought it. It was fairly cheap, so figured it wouldn't hurt if I got scammed, unfortunately, but I didn't, and I like it. It's pretty cool. The drag on it has a little knob here in the back. It's just a friction drag. Tighten that knob down, cinches everything tighter, increases the drag. I'm gonna get this thing rigged up, probably put an egg on. I pulled up, seen a couple of carp spook right here. Had a strong south wind all day. I'm on the south end of the pond, some trees kind of blocking, so it's a lot windier on the north side. If I was bass fishing, I'd probably be over there. Bait fish would be pushed that way with strong wind. I'm gonna hit up this calmer water right along the edge of the south end. The wind hasn't hit yet. There's a carp. Oh, that might have been a little bass. Just jumped. There's a carp in a mud cloud right in the center of my screen. I'll try to hit him first once I get rigged up. You can also see by that fish feeder, there's some catfish out there combing the bottom. Probably catch one of those also while I'm over here. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. I'll be back. Alright, I'm ready to go. I got some 15-pound amnesia on this reel. A little heavier than I use for trout. Down to some 12-pound Cortland tricolor cider. And I just went with some 2X 10-pound Rio tippet. Give that a shot. This is a little egg. It's Far North Fly Fishing slush jelly egg. Been using it a little bit more. My buddy Trevor kind of turned me on to it. Ecstasy's been having some issues. I hope they know it's an issue. I've sent them a couple emails, haven't got any response from them. But the material is coming off matted up, real short and gnarly, I guess is the way to describe it, instead of nice and flowing back. Makes it hard to get nice pretty wraps. I just don't like the way the eggs turn out with the new stuff. You can brush them, little wire brush, like you would dubbing, get them looking better. But compared to the old stuff, it's just sorry ecstasy. I think Techstream company is taken over. Did hear they have a 15 millimeter, I forgot what it was called. I have another product that is closer to what the old ecstasy used to be. Haven't got any of that in the mail yet. Tried to order some. The website's Italian. Everything was Italian. When I put my credit card in and paid for it, immediately got a fraud alert on my phone. So I'm gonna hold off on that for now. I'm gonna get out there and see if I can trick some of these carp, catfish. Alright, that dude's still there. I'm just got my line kind of short. You can see my fly dangling. Crouched down kind of low. My shadow is off to my right. I don't have to worry too much about that. Sneak up here. Ooh, that wind is blowing it. I'm gonna get my egg wet. Ooh, there's something right there. I think I landed on top of, I think that was a catfish. I think I landed on top of him and spooked him. No, I think that's a nice carp. Just casting out. Trying to get it in their feeding path. Trying to see if I can fill a little tank. I usually put a little slag and watch for some twitches. This wind is still blowing, so it is going to make it difficult to put slack in my line and look for the bump or the straightening. Of course, now I don't see him. I get up here within range. He's still there though somewhere. Never saw him spook out. Oh, come on, where'd you go? Remember from my last video, this pond is sandy. Really hard to see him. Oh, there he is. Oh, come on, wind. Oh, damn it. Oh, excuse my language. Darn it. I think he bumped it. He either bumped it or he hit it and felt a little tap. I might not like this orange. Might need to go with a more natural color. That was right in front of his face. It didn't look like he was too interested in it. If I don't get a taker here pretty soon, I'm gonna switch colors. Go with maybe a cheese. I'm telling y'all are about to see. There's a bunch of catfish right at the end of this point. feel bad. Almost feels too easy. But I say that and I ain't caught one yet. Of course, I hadn't tried the catfish over there schooling. Nope. Catch one of these dudes doing a kind of a whirlwind, keeping my line straight. Not be catfish, might be a group of carp. They're feeding. Oh, I had one. Yeah, I think those are carp. I don't think those are catfish. Got him. Oh, I'm gonna pull him over this way. Big boat over there. One thing about this reel, you don't hear the drag when it pulls out. I think I've got this dude fouled. Oh no, that's a nice catfish. Or he's big. Drag going. A little bit dissatisfying. I don't hear the ring. This 3D reel, but two-way putting in some work. The glimpse I got, it looked like about a 23, 24-inch fish, whether it was a catfish or a carp. And that group's still over at the point of this peninsula. I don't think I spooked any out of the... Oh, he's trying to go back over there though. Come this way. Ah, he is. I'll put the phone down there in a minute. This sucker landed. Trying to go back over where I hooked him at. I want to go this way, buddy. Come on in. Pop that barbless hook out of your mouth and you'll be on your way. Promise you this max catch nymph rod will outperform any other rod in its price range. It's not the rod's not the reason this fish is taking a minute. It's holding up good. Got plenty of backbone. I just don't want to break him off. Oh, yeah, that's a big catfish. rod. Oh, spun it around. It's bending that sucker. How good that looks. Alright, I'm gonna quit videotaping. This guy's about ready to be netted. I'm gonna show him to you if I get him in the net. Alright, I got him. Pick you up. Look at that dude. Beautiful catfish. Gotta remember to bring my fish cooler. These dudes are pretty much farm raised. Set you down. Pick you up. Not my target, but man. Big old ugly cat. One of the bigger catfish I've caught out of this pond. Alright, time to let him go. You're lucky, buddy. I'm not here catfishing today. I know, I kicked your butt. You'll be alright though. Alright. I think this is a carp. It ran like a carp. As I set the hook, it was off. Gone. Working it back now. Come on, buddy. Oh, I think it's another catfish. Alright, I'm gonna move from this spot after I get this dude in. Man, he was mad. It'll be hard to get this carp to eat before these catfish. I might have to go stalking. After seeing all the carp though that were schooling at the top right here, wondering if they're all right in here with the catfish today instead of scattered along the bank. Tighten my drag up just a bit. I'm gonna go try to find some carp. Get out of this spot where the catfish hang. I finally got one on. They've been making me freaking work for it. Shadows are killing me. Hadn't taken the water temperature yet, but I wonder if the water temperature is kind of slow. Switch around. It's a nice one. I've seen this is the 6th one I've thrown at. First one that showed any interest. Only one of the other ones I thought I was gonna actually be able to get. Ooh. That was a very pretty one though. So the truck's way over there. I walked around this whole bank over to here. There's only 6 carp I saw that I had a chance of getting. And only one of the other ones I actually thought I was going to be able to get a good cast to. Other 5 I threw at, or 4, this is the 6. Other 4 I threw at that I didn't think I really had a chance. They were all nosed up right against the bank, just like sitting. Weren't feeding, weren't tail wagging, no mud clouds, and showed 0 interest. It's hard to get a fly over to them. Their nose is so far up into the bank. This little cove right here, it was full of carp. Let me tell you a little advice. I saw one feeding at the very back end of this little cove. Focused on it, was trying to figure out. It was about 30-40 foot up the bank from where I was standing. Of course, my shadow was at the angle, going straight at the water. But I'm focused on this fish. I'm watching it, standing still. It's about to go around the back, try to get my shadow. Come around from the other side, so my shadow was off the water. Well, if you're focusing on a fish up ahead of you, you still need to pay attention to the banks close to you. I started to back up to go around. Of course, my head moved, shadow on the water, and spooked 2 carp that I didn't see that were right in front of me. And carp, they, I don't know if they send out a signal or if the other carp just hear the noise of the carp spooking. I'm telling you, one carp spooks. If there's any carp in the area, they all spook. So it spooked the fish I was looking at, and it spooked about 4 more that were out in the middle of that cove. Blew up that whole cove. I'm gonna work around a little bit further. Ooh, easy, buddy. I'll get you out in a minute. I'll get you out. I'll get you out. I'll get you out. Work a little bit further around this. I'm gonna go back to that cove. I am happy to see this one did take the egg. As you can see, it's squarely in his mouth. He ate it pretty good because all I could see was this dude's tail, a little bitty mud cloud, and I didn't feel him take it, but he turned. When he turned, my line started moving a tad bit, and that's when I set. He was on. I'm gonna set this up. Oh! Gotta load this fish. Get this hook out of him, hold him up for you guys to see. This is one of the prettier ones I've caught here. Barbless egg. This is told you it's a slush jelly from F&F, Far North Fly Fishing. Got it from Dakota Anglers, I think's the name of the fly shop I got it online at. This isn't the orange color. I believe this is the apricot. I've got 2 colors that kind of look the same, apricot and prawn. This prawn's a little bit lighter. I went to order a second batch. Apricot was sold out because I'm pretty sure that's their most popular color. Kind of like the sockeye and ecstasy. The slush jelly, it's got a couple different materials in it. It's got the slushy material like ecstasy. It's also got some stiffer material in it. It's kind of flashy. I like it. I wish they made some without the flash. I think it could make a difference. Some pickier fish when they're not wanting any flash. Ooh, look at that. Fu Manchu. I ain't gonna lie, I was beginning to think I was gonna get a little skunked on these carp today. It's been about 30 minutes and I was catching those catfish. So I'm gonna let this guy go. He's gonna probably run really fast. Oh, whoa, whoa, he's ready. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, yeah. He wasn't playing around. Gonna try to get him on his side. Get a little sun on him, but it is what it is. I'm gonna work around a little bit further. There's another fish feeder at the end of this point. Thing about the fish feeders, it's where I usually end up accidentally catching catfish. I'll be back with an update. I'll try to catch at least one more. Don't want to be here too terribly long. Get home, eat some supper, and tie some flies. It's already getting to be about 4:30. Sun's starting to go down, shadows are getting longer, so. But I think this bank, walking up this bank, my shadow is going to be a favorable position. All these banks, it was just horribly shining on the water. I'll be back. All right, so the sides where my shadow is in favorable condition. Like this side, it's the north sides of these little sloughs out here. That's where it's hardest to cast, and not as many carp. See over on the south side, north of me, it's calmer water, but my shadow is going to be on the water. There's a carp right there. There's another one off that clump of grass. There's a couple back there. So what I'm going to do, there he is. So my shadow is going east right now, west setting sun. Instead of starting up here, I walked up this side, got to that fish feeder. Instead of coming back down this side, I'm gonna come all the way down, start right there, then come back up this. That should keep my shadow at least behind me. It may still be on the water, but at least it'll be behind where I've already fished. So that's my plan. Go over there, hit that dude, and then that tail. There's a tail right there. It looked like a big tail. Hopefully I'll get one. Oh, what I've also figured out is my muck boots that I've been wearing for work are no longer waterproof. So I have to get me a new pair. These are going to be retired to weed eating only. No more muddy sprinkler repairs, no more after work fishing in them. Had them for a while, so might need to be completely retired. But I'm about to start fishing. I'll be back. Guess what? Another carp. There, he made his initial run. I'll tell you what, the catfish. 2 catfish I caught. Been running stronger than these carp today. Let's see if he makes a. Wondering if the cold tips are got him a little lethargic. This dude is definitely feeding. Come back, buddy. Took me 4 or 5 tries. To get him to the... And when he did eat, it was real light. And my line just barely started swimming away. And I don't know if it's the same one, because I thought there was one out there feeding. But I'm pretty sure, oh, I know, I'm not pretty sure, I know. There's probably about 5 or 6 in that same spot, because I hooked this guy. It's amazing how many carp took off running. But the first one I hooked when I was fishing at him, I think I pulled it out of his mouth. Line gave a little pop. I set the hook, but I set it kind of low. Kind of pulled it back this way. I felt a little resistance and it popped, so I think he actually had it, and I pulled it out of his mouth. It's been so hard to tell which way these guys' faces are. I've seen some tails, but it's so murky. I mean, water. Look at that. That's 2 inches underwater. You can barely even see my fingers. And the mud clouds, barely even see the mud clouds. I think I pulled it out of his mouth first. The first one I almost got here. This one, I tried to really make sure to go straight up. Straight up instead of, and it worked. This one's not as colorful as the last guy, and not as big. And he didn't fight. That first one fought pretty good. This one not so much. Pretty tail, mustache. Oh, now he wants to take off like a rocket. I still haven't hit that one that was straight across from me. Last video had the big tail. He's right on the other, that little bump out. Pretty sure everything in this little cove is spooked. So I'm gonna go to the other side of that, see if I see him. Maybe try to get the hook set on camera. I'll be back. Alright, back over by the first feeder. Bunch of carp cruising the top here. I'm gonna dip out there. Either catch one of these guys, or catch another catfish. Dang it. I hit drop my phone on the feeder, make a loud noise, then bump it with my rod. Oh, got something though. Probably another catfish. Catfish aren't as spooky as the carp. I'm gonna land this guy. Call it a day. I think I got out here a little too late. I think that was my visual problem, my lack of being able to see good. Come on, dude. And made my shadow really long. Every other time I fish this, it's been pretty much midday. Maybe I should have took a lunch at work. Come out here and caught a couple. Ooh. Then went back and finished up instead of working through lunch. So I come out here and fish before I went home. That might have been the better play. Jeez, oh, he's almost to my, there's all my amnesia gone. Still haven't seen this fish. But where I caught him has a catfish hole. I imagine it's another nice catfish. Starting to hurt my wrist, so I tucked the butt of my rod. Got a little bit of a fighting butt. Not much of one, but a little bit of one on this max catch rod. Tuck it on my arm. Use my forearm to help keep that rod up and bent. Man. Letting that drag just a tad. Oh, coming at me, coming at me. Come on. With it. Oh. Oh yeah, that drag's better. You can also do it down here on your hip. Man, this dude. There's from catfishing here with spinning rods, conventional gear and bait, there's some kind of tree out in the middle at the bottom on this side. I don't know if he's trying to get down in it. I mean, look at that nymph rod. Bam, it's almost doubled over. I'm gonna put a little more pressure on him. Tighten the drag just a little bit. I might break him off. Really want to show how this nymph rod can handle a good fish. Look at that. You can see, look at that. Maybe snagged him in the tail. Haven't got a shot of him yet, but that could be a reason he's making so many hard runs. I can't ever feel like I get a good control over him. Maybe I don't have his head. About to see pretty soon. He's coming. He's coming right at the bank right here. Nope, 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 nope. Don't do it. He will not come to the top. Ooh, I just tightened the drag down really good and he's still. Look at that thing spin. Maybe it's that. There's some decent grass carp in here. Haven't seen one in a while. I used to lay up on the bank. I've only caught one of them. Dude, he's spooking all kinds of fish. I see slime on my line. I see slime. Just gotta let me get him in, so I call it a day. Tighten down just a tad more on my drag. bend of that rod, protect the tippet. He's even, he's bending it down here at my cork. It's even got a bend in it. There's nothing straight about this rod right now. Even the cork's got a little bend. Maybe this 2-weight found his match. Holy moly, he's heavy. I've still yet to see him. Wish I could see him so I know what I was dealing with. If it's a catfish, I'd be more apt to really yank and... Oh yeah, it's a catfish. Jeez. Ooh, big-headed dude. Yeah. Oh, he's a monster. I don't know if my net's big enough. Oh. Huh. Whew. Wow. Whew. Come on, give me my fly. Flip, flip. All right. He's free. Two-weight nymph rod, 2X tippet, barbless hook. Whoa. 26 inches maybe? 28? Something like that. I'm gonna get, actually wore me out. I'm gonna get all my stuff together, head back to the truck, call it a day. 3 big catfish, 2 carp, not a bad day for right after work. All right, back at the truck, taking my rod apart. One thing I do wish that Max Catch would change, they've only got one washer right here. So I'm constantly checking that, making sure it's not loosening up on me. I mean, come on, put 2 washers on there. 2, whatever you call those, tighteners. Real seat adjusters, or I don't know what it's called, but you saw it. Yeah, I think for the carp, just a little bit too late in the day for them. I still caught 2 carp, and I'm usually catching 1 out of every 3 or 4 I throw at. Today is more like 1 out of every 6 to 8. I only caught 2. I probably threw it maybe close to 20, so maybe 2 out of 10. I'll try to find the link for this Max Catch nymph rod, put it down in the description. Also, this cool little 3D reel, saw what it can do today. Drag's not the best, not all fancy, but it's pretty smooth. And it does the job. Here's just some little Vaseline type stuff, a little lubricant comes with it to lubricate that connection. It's got a little plastic ring in there. It tightens everything down. The more you tighten that, it squeezes harder, makes it tighter, drag tighter. Of course, it also makes it where when you reel, it's the same tightness. So it's got to play with it, find what you like. It also comes with weights to stick on there to balance out your rod. And it comes with 2 of the feet. I did break 1 foot already, dropped it. Plastic just broke the foot off. It comes with 2 feet, screw in. So I had the extra foot. All right, well, I'm gonna get in the truck, head home. Got 1 wet sock because of these daggum muck boots. But I put them through. I've had them for 3 years and weed eat in them, all kinds of stuff. So I ain't knocking muck boots. I love muck boots. Get this uploaded tonight, hopefully, and maybe this weekend I'll do some videoing over at Broken Bow. I'll be back Broken Bow this weekend, running some guide trips out of Beaver's Bend Fly Shop and Professional Guide Service. That's the shop inside the state park. We fish inside the state park. We run most trips out of all the guides out there. So take it easy and see you next time.